Hello everyone, thanks for joining me on this virtual tour. I'll be guiding you through Larimer Campus for French Community College. My name is Hernan. Let's go ahead and get started. So on our tour today, I like to get started here just to give you a full scope of what we're going to be going through today. So in here, I guess before we get started, does everybody know what a 14er is? No? Yes? Well, here in Colorado, we have over 50 plus 14,000 feet mountain. And the idea behind this is that we're trying to help you reach the peak of your education while you're here today. So we're gonna go over the scope of our entire building. There's also one new building we're building in right now called the LA Health Center. It's gonna be called Grace Peak. That's gonna be our health and wellness science programs. So today we're gonna get started at Mount Ontario. This is our one-stop shop for everything. So we're gonna have our welcome center here. We're gonna have our financial aid, office of registrars. We're gonna have mental health counseling here, our academic support center. We're gonna have our campus security and our academic advisors and our career center, plus our student success center. After that, we're gonna go ahead and move into Long Beach Student Center. Of course, it's our student center, so this is where you might be spending a lot of time, but also this is where our student life is at, our Peak Cafe and our campus store. After that, we're gonna go ahead and go towards our public library. That is the Harmony Public Library. We do share that with the community, but it's also centered towards the students, so there's important stuff for you in there as well. After that, we're gonna go ahead and go to Sunlight Peak. That is gonna be all our life and physical sciences. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and move into Blanca Peak. That is one of our biggest buildings here on campus. We're gonna have a variety of different programs from the vet tech program, our forestry program. We're gonna have our business classes in there, and we're gonna have our computer commons and a variety of other classes too. At this moment, we do happen to have our nursing and dental classes there, but starting May 2020, everything will be moving towards our new LA Health Center. And then we're gonna go ahead and move into Red Cloud Peak, and that's gonna be all our creative arts and some design technology. So in there, we're gonna have like our arts, our theater program, our interior design program, architecture, photography, and a variety of other programs as well. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and just skip challenge a point today. This is our just our general studies. So we're gonna have our math, science, and behavioral sciences class. So it's only classrooms in there, but we do happen to have our biggest and largest classroom in there, which is 70 students. And I'll talk about more about our actual sizes too. And then lastly, we're gonna go ahead and go into Maroon Peak, which Maroon Peak is gonna be our horticulture and landscaping classes. And then lastly, to end the tour, we'll be finishing at Little Bear Peak, which will be our integrative technologies. Let's get started. So here we're gonna have a financial aid. This is a place where you can come and meet with the financial aid representative to finish your FAFSA application. Also, we do happen to have our scholarship coordinator here as well to guide you in finding scholarships. And also this offers a registrar, so any paperwork or transcripts and stuff like that will be dropped off here. Let's go ahead and continue. Down this wing, we're gonna go ahead and show you where the mental health counseling office is at. So when you walk into this building, there's gonna be an arrow down this wing. That will be our mental health counseling office. So as a student, even if you're taking just one credit, you get 6 free sessions per semester. And that can be, negative and positive. Sometimes school can be stressful, sometimes we can get anxious, sometimes things can happen outside of our school environment as well, but also these can be really positive. So that means, sometimes you want to talk to someone who can guide you or even maybe life coach you about what's going on. So as you can tell right here, this is our mental health counselor office. So this is the arrow pointing in. And what you'll do is you'll just go ahead and check in right there. It says mental health counseling office. One of our lovely students will be in there, and then they'll set you up with one of our counselors. All right, let's go and keep going. We're gonna have a welcome center, so this is a one-stop place for any questions you might have, to check in for academic advising as well, or if you're looking for anything here on campus, it's a great place to come and find that information. Also on this side, we're gonna go ahead and have our cashier, so if you do any tuition payments, it's a good place to come and do it. And then over here, we're going to have our academic support center. So as a student, this facility is open for you to come and get some tutoring support. So we do happen to have a writing support center. So as a student, you'll be writing papers. So that way you can maybe get started with the paper, maybe finish a paper, maybe go over some punctuation. You can go ahead and go to a writing support center. Those will be 15 to 20 minute sessions, and they'll guide you through that process as well. Also in here, we're going to have our math support center. So as a student, if you do happen to have any math classes, there's a place where you can come and get that help as well. And then we're going to have, now we also do happen to have business, economics, and accounting tutoring as well. So that's going to be in this space. And then also we're going to have our science support center. So if you're looking for any of that tutoring, this is a great place to come and get the help. But also we do happen to have our disability support services. So for those students who need any accommodations, this is a great place to come and get that. But also for those students who come from veteran backgrounds, we do happen to have a random support services in here as well. And lastly, we also do happen to have some life learning skills. That's what I call them. So for those students who are trying to learn how to maybe balance work, life, and a variety of other things, or also maybe if as a student is trying to learn how to manage stress or maybe prep for an exam, there's a great place to come and get those skills as well. So let's go ahead and continue. So our next stop is going to be the campus security and preparedness. So in every single building here on our campus, we're going to have one of these blue boxes. So if you see anything, if you experience anything, or if you need anything, just go ahead and click on that button and immediately they're going to respond. Also, this is a great place. Let's say maybe you lost your backpack or a jacket or you can't find something. This is our lost and found. Also, additionally, let's say maybe your car battery doesn't want to work. This is a great place to come and get the help as well. Also, since Fort Collins and our campus is a bike-friendly community, let's say maybe you ride your bike to campus and you forgot your lock. This is a great place to come and get a lock loaned to you. Additionally, this is a great place to come and get a graphing calculator. So if you do happen to have an exam or you have to do some studying, they'll loan you a calculator here as well. And then lastly, for any students who might need an escort, so sometimes we do happen to have classes late at night, or if any time you might need an escort, it's a great place to come and get that as well. And over here on this other side, we're gonna have our testing center. So maybe let's say that you got sick and you weren't able to make an exam up, if it's allowed, or also for those students who have made any accommodations, this is a great place to come and get that done. Also, additionally, as a student, you'll be taking an acupuncture exam. That's to see where you'll be placed, maybe in math or English and a variety of other classes. You'll go ahead and come and take the acupuncture exam in here as well. But for the acupuncture exam, you will have to do some studying. There is a link called frontrange.edu/testing where you can find those prep exams to help you get prepared. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Down over here is going to be our advising and career center. So student, once you have decided what program you want to go into, or maybe you're still undecided, this is where you will come and talk to your advisor about your classes, about your schedule, and even registering as well. But before you do that, you'll just go ahead and check in at our welcome center before you walk in here, and they'll send you down here to get set up. Additionally here, this is a career center as well. So for those students who are maybe looking for internships or maybe looking for options after you're done with school, is a great place to come as well. And then lastly, we're going to have our Student Success Center. So this is a multi-purpose room. So we do happen to have student organizations. So this is where they come and meet for meetings. Also, we do happen to have TED Talk inspired event called What Matters to Me. So a variety of different people from our campus and our community come and speak about topics that are really important to them, that they're passionate about as well. So you can go ahead and check out those here as well. And also for those students who are thinking of transferring to CSU, our advisor from CSU comes here every single Thursday to guide you through that process. So I'm gonna keep going. And that will conclude Mountain Tarot for you. Our next stop is going to be the Long Beach Student Center. So here we happen to have our student organization suite. We do happen to have over 20 plus student organizations for those students who are trying to get involved here on campus. There's a variety of different options for you as well, but also for those students who maybe haven't found an entrance and they have a passion for something, we do happen to have the opportunity for you to create your own organization. And the place to kind of learn a little more about that and how to do that and learn about our student organizations is going to be our student life in here. So let's go on. So in here, we're gonna have our student life. So this is a place where you can come and learn more about the student orgs, or even starting a student organization. Additionally, for those who have applied and have finished all their steps, this is a place where you would come and get your ID. It's a $5 fee, so just don't lose it. That's all it comes down to. But this is where you would come and get that ID. Additionally, for any of the students who are looking for bus passes, you can go ahead and purchase a bus pass here as well. And also, if you're looking to rent a locker, we do happen to have lockers down the hall over here, down those doors over there. This is a place where you can come and rent a locker. And also, if you maybe need a locker for a day, it is free, so you can go ahead and come in here to ask for that. Let's go ahead and keep going. So this is going to be our student center. So in here, we're going to have 2 conference rooms. So in this place, we have a variety of different things that happen. So events, student organization events, fairs, we have keynote speakers and a variety of different things. Also at times like midterms and finals and stuff like that, we do open it up for students to come and use it as a study space. And down over here on this side, this is going to be where we spend a lot of time with students. I'm not even a student, I spend a lot of time here as well. This is a place where you can come and study, hang out with your friends, your acquaintances, maybe take a break from class, come and eat some lunch. This is a great place to come and hang out. And also, if you're looking to kind of get energized, there's always a great energy in here, and this is a great place to come and do that. So this is all our TV. Around the window, there's also chairs we can sit down and do homework. There's also plugins and stuff like that. And down over here on this side, we're gonna have more of like cushion seating if you're trying to relax and stuff like that too. And then also during the winter, we do happen to have a fireplace. It's a great place to come and get cozy too. And then also over here, we're gonna have some vending machines. If you're trying to get a snack, but also we do happen to have commercial microwaves. So if you're one of those students who brings food from home, this is a great place to come and get that warmed up. And then we're also gonna have our campus store. So in here, or not a campus store, but this is gonna be our Peak Cafe. So this is kind of a grab and go shop. So for those students who are trying to grab a snack or maybe trying to get some hot food, we do happen to have a hot plater where they put all the hot food. But also, if you're trying to get something, you can go ahead and ask the kitchen and they'll kind of make it for you upon request. We also do happen to have smoothies and fraps and a variety of different things. We also do happen to have refrigerated snacks and drinks. So it's a great place to come and grab a snack when you're trying to take a break, but also if it's your lunchtime, a great place to come to. And then lastly, this is here at campus store. So this is where you can come and get your campus gear to FRCC Community College, as you can tell what I'm doing right now. But also it's a great place to come and get your uniforms for any of the classes you might be taking, your books. We do happen to have computers and printers and headphones and a variety of other things, miscellaneous things like chapstick and maybe some medicine because you might be getting sick or something like that. But we also do happen to have snacks in here. So if you need to grab a snack or grab a bite, it's a great place to come and do that as well. And this is going to conclude Roxby Student Center. So as you can tell, this is a great space for you to come and take a break, but also a great space to come and spend some time and get to know yourself and get to know your classmates. Let's go ahead and keep going. So out here, we're gonna have our plaza. So this is a great place to come and hang out, especially as the weather starts getting better and warmer. You'll see people sitting down on the grass, sitting down on the chairs, on their tables. We also do happen to have events and tabling that happen out here. So this is a great place to come and hang out to kind of get that sunlight as well for yourself. So our next stop is going to be the Harmony Public Library. So let's go ahead and follow me. So some quick facts about who we are. FRCC Community College is the largest community college here in Colorado. So we do happen to have 3 campuses. So where you're at today, this is our Larimer Campus in Fort Collins. We have another campus at Boulder County Campus, which is going to be in Longmont, and in our Westminster campus. So we're along the entire Front Range. That's what we're called FRCC Community College. Additionally, for those students who do end up coming to our school as a full-time student for 2 years, you'll save roughly around $11,000 just by attending a community college. Also, talking about that, for those students who are thinking of transferring and continuing to get their bachelor's degree, all 60 credits will transfer to any 4-year university here in Colorado. So that's a great option to get started here and then continue on to get your bachelor's degree at a 4-year university. And then lastly, the actual class sizes are going to be anywhere between 17 to 20 students. So for those students who don't want to go to big classes, This is a great place to get started because on average your classes won't be that big. And also as you start getting more focus into your classes do start getting smaller and smaller throughout the process. So this here is going to be our Harmony Public Library. So this is a place where you can come and get some coffee. So we do happen to have a Cricket Cup too. So for those who are trying to energize or get a reboost, this is a great place to come and get that as well. We do happen to have teas and snacks in there as well at the Cricket Cup too. Also additionally in there, once you're into the space, we're gonna have our bookstore sales. So for those students who are big bookworms, I'm a big worm myself. This is a great place to come and get that. And the books will range anywhere between 25 cents to $4. So I think those are great prices for those who love reading books. And also additionally in there, once you walk into the library, we're gonna have the college reserve. So for those students who might have not got their book yet or the book has not came in yet, the college reserve is a great place to check and see if they'll check you out your book for your class. So for those books, for those who are checking out those books, you can check it out for up to 2 hours and you'll have to stay here in the library to do that. But this is a great place to do that as well. Also additionally in there, we're gonna have our Harmony Nonprofit Center. So for those students who want to start a nonprofit or maybe learn how to start a small business, that resource center is open for you as well. And then in there, we're also going to have a space called the Quiet Study Room. So that's for those students who want a quieter space and it's going to be individualized seating. That's a great place to come and do that in there. And also we do happen to have 5 group studies in there as well for you to use. For when you're doing any group work or working with any friends or acquaintances. And additionally in there, we do happen to have computers. And then lastly, one of the most important things that I believe is really helpful for a student is we do happen to have librarians. So for those students who are trying to get access to academic databases or trying to get access to certain journals, those are great people to talk to. But additionally, if you're looking for any other resources that might be really helpful through your academic progress, this is a great place to come and talk to those librarians. So let's go ahead and keep going. So as you can tell back here, we are under construction as it's gonna be our new Alley Health Center. That is gonna be called Grace Peak. So this is gonna be a great place to come for those students who are gonna be in nursing and phlebotomy, dental work, anything like that. All that stuff will be in here. And additionally, at this moment, our integrative health is at Loveland, but everything will be moving down over here starting May 2020. And also any of our classes in the Prospect Center are all gonna be moving down over here as well. So everything will be on campus starting in fall 2020. So for those students who are trying to enjoy campus and really get the campus feel, it's a great time to get started and come to Farmers Community College. So down over here, as you can tell, this is gonna be our observatory. So for those students who might be going into an astronomy class, this is a great place to come and look at planets, constellations, and stars, and a variety of other things. But also for those students who maybe their schedule doesn't work to take the astronomy class, this is open to everybody in the community every first Friday of every single month. So this is a great place to come and do that as well. So our next stop is going to be Sunlight Peak. This is going to be where our life and physical sciences will be. So let's go ahead and walk in so we can check it out. So in here, as I said, we're going to have all our science classes. So down here, we're going to have our microbiology. We're going to have a microbiology prep. We're going to have our biology classes, and then we're going to have another biology class down this wing as well. And then down over here, we're also going to have an anatomy lab. And we're also going to have our cadaver lab. So for those students who are learning how to work and dissect humans, we're going to have our cadaver lab down over here. And then down this wing over here, we're also going to have our vet tech or veterinary technology cadaver lab as well. So for those students who are dissecting any animals, we'll be down over here. And then for those who are dissecting any humans, it's going to be right here. So this is our cadaver lab and then our animal lab down over there. And over here, if you turn around real quick, we're going to have a very interactive globe. So if you come around over here, you're going to see a variety of different things. I love to stop here to just kind of show you how fun this really is and what you can do when you come to campus. You might spend a little time kind of understanding not just our planet, but understanding our solar system and a variety of other things that happen around the world and this universe. So let's go ahead and get started by looking at the natural planet. So something that is really neat is I can show you the last 7 days. So this is kind of the weather patterns that happen around the globe the last 7 days. Additionally, another thing I can show you is the 24-hour aurora simulation. So if you go around, you're going to be able to see the entire aurora simulation over here on this end and how that happens around our globe. So it's really neat to kind of look at this stuff and kind of understand other things that we don't really get to see once in a while. Additionally, you can go ahead and see all ocean currents. So this is kind of how the ocean currents happen around our globe. And then also we can see other stuff as well. So we can kind of see Jupiter and Mercury and the Milky Way and a variety of other things. But this is not a science class, so let's go keep going on this tour. But if you do want to come and spend some time, it's a great place to come and do that. So up here, we're going to have all the physical sciences. So by that, I mean we're going to have physics down this way. We're going to have our chemistry over here. We're going to have our chemistry prep down there as well. And then we're going to have our geology class. The reason why I like to bring people up here is to show them this really cool interactive periodic table. So many times we only see a periodic table with the letters. This is an actual periodic table with the actual elements inside of it. Except the radioactive ones. We do not happen to have those here. So go ahead and check it out. So if you do want to come back and kind of learn more about it, it's a great place to come and do that. Additionally, we have this amazing mineral display cabinet with a variety of different minerals from around the world and fossils. So if you want to learn about that, this is a great place to come and check this out. And then lastly, in here we're going to have all our faculty offices. So for those students who want to meet with professors or have any questions for the professors, this is a great place to come and do that as well. For any science classes specifically. And then lastly, we're going to have a great place. This is one of the best places out of all of them to come and study. So for any of those students who want to kind of get the nice sun, have a great study space, this is a great place to come and do it. One of them. I'll go and show you a couple more as we continue on the tour. And that is going to conclude Sunlight Peak. So let's go ahead and keep going. Our next stop is going to be Blanca Peak. So in here, we're going to have a variety of different programs. So down over here in this wing, we're going to have our veterinary technology lab. So for those students who are working with animals and trying to become veterinary technologists, this is where all those classes will be at this moment. And then also, we do happen to have a forestry, wildlife, and natural resource program. We are the only community college in Colorado. So if you're interested in that program, this is a great place to get started with that. And specifically, that program is only here at the Larimer Campus. And then down over here at this moment, we're going to have our dental clinic. So for those students who are trying to get getting their teeth checked for $100, you can go ahead and do that. They'll whiten your teeth, do some x-rays, and a variety of other things. But starting May 2020, that will become a new vet tech lab as well. And then down over here, we're going to have all our directors of our programs. So we're going to have our natural resources, biotechnology, allied health, education. We're going to have our highway maintenance and business programs in here as well. So this is a great place to come and talk to the professors and directors of those programs. Additionally, if you're thinking of transferring to CSU or if you're thinking of transferring to any university, we do happen to have our transfer advisor here. Her name is going to be Erin Pitts. This is a great place to come and check that out. And then over here, we're going to have our nursing lab. So at this moment, the nursing lab is not open, but starting May 2020, all those classes will be moving, how I said, in the Alley Health Center, and this will become our new Small Business Development Center. And as you can tell, there's a variety of different study spaces. So down this entire aisle, If you do happen to have any classes in here, if you want to study as well, it's a great place to come and do that too. And then over here, we're going to have our IT technology program. So for those students who are looking into doing the IT program, this is where you'll be spending some time. So let's go ahead and keep going. And over here, we're going to have a variety of different classrooms, a variety of different programs as well. So you might be spending some time in here. Another great thing that I love to mention is this is going to be our computer commons. So at the library, you can do some printing, but also as a student, you can come and do printing here. So as a student, you do get in your student account $12.50 to come and do any of the printing. So this is a great place to come and do that. Also, for anybody who might be interested in doing English classes or doing GED prep or anything like that, we do happen to have our Center for Adult Learning. This is where you can come down over there. There's an arrow that is pointing towards that space. That is a great place to come and learn a little more about it. Let's go ahead and keep going. So as you can tell right now, this is one of our labs. We do happen to have a variety of other classrooms. And how I said, on average, most of our classrooms are going to be anywhere between 17 to 20 students. And in here, we're going to have a variety of different studies. We're going to have different programs, like we're going to have different classes for theater, humanities, women's studies, philosophy, arts, music, languages, a variety of different things will be taught in this space. And that's going to include Blanca Peak. So let's go ahead and head out and let's check out our Red Cloud Peak, our creative arts and design technology. Down over there, how I said, we do happen to have Challenger Point. So that's going to be Challenger Point down over there. How I said, we're not going to go in there today, but that's going to be your general studies. So English classes and math classes and a variety of different behavioral science classes in there as well. Every single building is going to have one of the signs. So if you're looking for a specific building, just go ahead and look for these blue signs and it'll guide you right to where you need to be. So we're going to go ahead and enter into Red Cloud Peak. Art and design technologies. So for display, everywhere in here we're going to have a variety of different programs. Down over here, down this week. Right now, for example, we're going to have our interior design. So students got to design a clothing garment made out of actual tiles and house materials. So as you can tell, this is kind of an example of how the show went. Our interior design program is one of the top programs here in the nation. Here are some examples of what students will be doing. So they do focus on kitchen and bath. So this is kind of an example of what students will be doing. Also, we do happen to have an architecture program in here as well. So for those students who want to go into architecture, as an example, where they'll be doing commercial construction drawings. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and use the software, design the house, and then they'll actually build a tiny home, and they'll be donating it to Habitat for Humanity to make profits off of that. And this is where our design studio will be. So for those students who are going to be part of the interior design program, this will be spending some time as well. And down this way, we're going to have our architecture space. So for those students who want into architecture, this is where the studio will be as well. And then for those students who want to go into the CAD program or the 8A drafting program, this is where you're allowed to PS. This is where you might be spending some time. And then down over here on this side, we're going to have our 3D printing as well. And then over here, we're going to have another CAD studio. And then down this way, we're going to go all the way down today. Over there, we're going to have photography. So for any students who are going to be part of the photography program or doing any graphic design or digital animation, this is where you'll be spending some time. Additionally, we're also going to have our sculpture, ceramics, and metalworking down over here. And we also do happen to have our dark room, and we have a printmaking space as well, which is going to be down this way on here on this side. And then lastly, we do happen to have our drawing and painting over here as well. So let's go ahead and keep going. Any of those students are going to be part of the programs in here. This is a great place to come and talk to your professors. If you have any questions or anything like that, this is a place where you would come and do it. Let's go ahead and keep going down. Around the corner over here, I didn't show you because we can't walk in there, but that's going to be our black box. So for those students who are part of the theater program, that is a space that can be changed and manipulated in different manners, but also that does happen to be our dance studio as well. So we do happen to teach ballet, contemporary as well. And then down over here on this wing, we're going to have all our private instructions and digital music labs. So for those students who are learning how to do any digital music or any multimedia, this is a place where we'll be doing that as well. And then lastly, over here on this end, we're going to have a recording art studio. So for those students who are learning how to play with the control room or maybe record some music or anything like that, this is a space where you would come and do that. And that's going to conclude our red cloud piece. So it's going to be fun. So our next stop is going to be called Maroon Peak. This is where horticulture and botany classes will be at. This is a small space, but in here we do happen to have one classroom, and then we happen to have 2 labs in there as well. So this is for any of the students who do that program. This is where they'll be spending some time. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. So how I said in here, we're gonna have one classroom, and then down this way, we're gonna have 2 labs. I love this space because immediately you can kind of feel the life of it. Of course, we do happen to have plants in here too. So this is a place where you'll be spending some time if you are part of the horticulture, landscaping, or botany classes. And then down over here, we happen to have a pergola. So if you need to take a break, during the summer and fall, we do happen to have a waterfall running, a great space to come and sit down and hang out. The life grows back out, plants start coming back. It's a great place to come and take a break. Additionally, another space I really want to show you is our food pantry. This is called Food for Thought. So any student, doesn't matter your income level, where you come from, anything like that, this is a great space where you can come and grab any food. So you can come here twice a week, and every time you come, up to 2 grocery bags. So up to 4 grocery bags every single week. And there are certain limits to certain things, maybe some refrigerated food or maybe some bread or stuff like that. But like our canned goods and stuff like that, you can grab as much as you need. We also do happen to have toiletries. That is kind of a grab and go. So once those things are gone, they're gone. But we do happen to have toothpaste and shampoo and just a variety of other miscellaneous things. It's a great place to come and get those toiletries as well. So how I said, all you got to do is just put your S number and your name down, and that's that way we know this space is being utilized. Our next stop is going to be our greenhouse. It's one of my favorite spots here on campus. I personally happen to have 40 plants in my house, so that's the reason why I love going in that space. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the variety of different things that students get to work on. So we do happen to have like house plants and mister plants, and students are kind of studying different like pH levels and organic and inorganic, different like fertilizers and stuff like that. And we have succulents in there. And we also happen to have 2 little turtles. We'll check them out too, because those are the owners of this space. So let's go ahead. So in here, how I said, we do happen to have all our house plants. We're going to have all our mixers in here as well. Down over here, we're going to have all our succulents. As you can tell, these are some of the projects that the students are working on. So great space to come and check out too. And then lastly, this is where our turtles will be. As you can tell, Mr. Turtle is down there. I love saying hi to that guy. And there's another turtle over here as well. He's just taking a quick swim down over here if you want to check him out. Let's go ahead and keep going. So our last stop of our tour today is going to be Little Bear Peak. This is where integrative technologies will be at. So when I'm talking about that, this is where our automotive program is going to be at, our welding program, and also starting fall 2020, our HVAC program will also be in here. So this is a great facility with some of the most updated technology for these programs. So down over here, this is where the students will be doing the automotive programs. As you can tell right now, this is where a lot of the cars are at and stuff like that. But this is where the students will be spending some time to kind of learn about a variety of different things when it comes to the automotive technologies. And then down this entire aisle over here is going to be all classrooms. But starting May 2020, they're going to be doing some construction for the HVAC program to move in. And for those students who are part of this program, this is where they'll be, this is where they can come and kind of put their things away. So they're gonna have their lockers. We do happen to have microwaves and a little snacking area as well. So this is a great place for the students who are part of this program. This is where they'll be spending some time to kind of get prepared and ready before they go to class. And then down over here, this is gonna be our welding facility. So there is a variety of different things in here as well. We'll be walking to check it out. So in here, students can have a variety of different options. So back there, they'll be able to use a lot of some of the top-notch technology that we have here, but also we happen to have 40 different spaces here for students to kind of learn and work on their projects as well. So let's go ahead and go back up. And then lastly over here, we're going to have our faculty offices for all our professors in these spaces, but also for the professors in the horticulture and landscaping program. This is where they'll be at. So if you have any questions or need anything, this is the place to come and do it. And then lastly, in this space, this is another great study space to come, especially when the sun starts coming down in the evening and stuff like that. This is a great space to come and do that. We happen to have a great view of the mountain ranges here in Fort Collins and stuff like that. So this is a great place to come and sit down, relax, and kind of get that sun as well in the evening. But right now, it's a great space to come and do that as well. And then lastly, one thing I love to mention for those students who ask about parking, you do not have to get a parking pass. That's already included in your student fees. And that is going to conclude our virtual tour of the Larimer Campus here at Front Range Community College. Again, thank you for joining me. My name is Hernan, and if you do happen to have any questions or need more information or more resources, you can go ahead and go to our website at www.frontrange.edu. Thank you. Have a great day.